That's a nice roach tone.
Yeah, nice little dumpy one, Jamie.
Hold him up for us.
Okay, hang on.
So you're fishing a waggler.
Yeah.
We're down at the Lido stretch at Stratford on the Leamington Water. Beautiful roach tone. And just another quick session practicing. And Tone, you're fishing a waggler mainly, aren't you?
Yeah, I fished a stick early on, and then I fed the waggler for about an hour and a half just with caster. Went on that and caught some chub straight away, but only small fish, you know, in the sort of 4 to 6 ounce mark. Then it sort of dried up as the guy opposite mowed his lawn.
He's done a nice job, hasn't he?
A very nice job, yes. It was very nice to see somebody taking so much care, getting right to the edge of the river like that. So yeah, I've just switched back to the waggler again now after being on the stick for half an hour or so.
And what size waggler are you using?
Actually, I'm using an embarrassingly large waggler because of the downstream wind that we had.
Yeah, it was really quite windy, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was quite windy. So I'm fishing about a 2.5 AA waggler, so a bit of length to it because I want to get underneath that wind. I'm just coming a little bit short now, sort of almost in between my waggler line and the stick line. The stick line here is down the middle and a little bit across.
Yeah.
There's
well, I've
nothing
managed to
to the
focus
inside
in on your float,
because it's
which
very
is
shallow.
quite nice. And yeah, it's going down really nicely. So, oh, I thought that was a bite then. Was it a bite?
So did I, Jamie, so did I. But I'm dragging bottom a little bit now because I've managed to sneak 3 skimmers.
Yeah.
So that was like really surprised me, and it's had me just rethinking my tactics and shotting and messing about.
It's a good job we're not having a match because I think that would have beaten me.
Oh, that's me all over. I choose the wrong day to say no.
Well, the river's quite low and clear, and it is a cold wind, isn't it, today? I was thinking it might have fished a bit harder, but it's been all right.
We'll just flick back over to our main line, see if I can strangle something for you. So I don't know if you can see the float there, but that's...
Yeah, I think so. I'm just picking it up and seeing that. So you've got to... Looks like... Oh, you bumped him.
Bump him never. It fell off.
So what main line are you using?
I'm using 014 premium mono from Edge.
Yeah.
To an 08 Edge hook length, exactly the same.
Yeah.
But I'm fishing an 18 hook, so fairly large because I'm fishing a caster, and gives me the ability to bury the hook right in the caster.
Yeah. And what have you got down the line?
I've got 4 8s down the line and a number 9. I sort of switched things around a bit. So I was fishing a looser tail, but when I caught the first of those skimmers, I just went a little bit deeper and then dropped a number 9 a bit closer to the hook just to try and slow it down a bit more. I don't know whether that's really worked or not, but I have had a couple more on it. And
so basically you're using a longer hook length?
Yeah. Without
any shot on, or did you have any small shot on it?
No, I put a number 9 on it.
Yeah.
Right, come on.
It's lovely fishing here, isn't it? These nice pegs on the Lido.
Oh, they're beautiful.
Yeah. There was a good match here at the weekend, the Stratford Classic.
Yeah.
And Tony Skinner from our Cadence team drew this peg, and I know he had double figures. It did fish well this stretch. Your peg, the flow's definitely over and more on the far bank, isn't it?
Yeah, it's either it's over, and I don't know if you can see where this goes in. That's as close as you can fish the stick in these conditions.
Yeah.
So it's very shallow, and it just starts to drop off, but you've got to get past a third of the way out to find any water.
And it's given the ability to, you can fish that float from just past the middle to right over. The way you're sort of feeding, you're spreading the bait out a bit, aren't you?
Yeah, yeah. It's not quite. It's not as good as it was. I'm dragging a little bit harder now, and I'm actually not catching as well as when it was looser.
Mhm.
But yeah, that's me hunting around trying to find a bream, you see. But in truth, it's probably time to call it a day.
And you're feeding casters and maggots?
Yeah, I fed casters across and maggots down the middle.
Okay. That doesn't look like a bad fish.
It's probably a little chublet, I would have thought.
Not a pike, is it?
Oh, I'd say that's a pike.
Oh no. Haven't had any trouble with pike. Is this your first one?
It is my first one.
Oh dear.
Let's have a look. It's only a little one by the feel of it, isn't it?
It's putting a good bend in your rod. That's the 14-0, isn't it?
Yeah.
Let's just hope it lets go of the fish. Amazing when you think that you're fishing a 08 hook length, the amount of pressure you can put on the
Yeah, it's really...
on the fish with the balanced tackle.
Yeah. We'll probably get him up to the top and he'll spit the fish out and I'll end up in that tree.
Well, it'd be nice to get the fish out.
Oh, okay. Right then, let's see what we can do. There we go. Come on. Let's
But
see
yeah,
what-
that's not what they normally do, or just bite through the line at the last moment.
No. Oh, yes. Just when I thought he was going to come to me. Come on, let's try again.
He's determined to keep that fish.
He is. He is. I think I might actually have the hook in him now.
Could do with a bigger landing net toe.
No, don't. Come on.
Oh, I thought you were going to get it.
So did I. Never mind.
It was a good battle and good fun to watch. Hard luck, Tone.
Let's have a look.
Well, Tony, you lost that pike and we've called it a day. It's getting a bit dark.
Yep.
Before we have a look at your fish, I just grabbed your rig. So we've got the 14-0 matched up with a 4000 CS10 reel, and you were using the 014 premium mono main line.
Yep.
balanced with the 083 premium mono hook length.
Spot on.
And it just showed while you were playing that pike how much pressure you could put on it, didn't it?
Yep.
And a size 18 fine match or
Carbon match.
carbon match.
Yeah.
All right, let's show everybody the float. This looks like one of your homemade peacock wagglers, Tone.
It is, yep.
With an insert, and you've used these Drennan Waggler weights, which are really neat, aren't they?
They work really well, yeah.
And you've trapped it with our float stops, the slim large ones, and as this illustrates, on the fine line you can move those stops really neatly and carefully, easily, without damaging the line when you're changing the depth, and they hold everything together really nicely. And then down the line you've just simply got 3 number 8s, sort of from halfway down, spread out to his long hook length that we were talking about, and you got 1 number 9 shot on the hook length, Tone.
Yep.
So that's the rig, quite simple but obviously very effective. Let's have a quick look at what you've caught.
Sure. Okay.
So we've kept the fish in the water, in the net, and we're just going to quickly pop it on top of that keep net.
There we go.
What a great net of fish, Tone.
Well, it's not bad, is it? We've had just under 3 hours.
Yeah.
We've had some nice little skimmers, some chunky little chublets and roach and all sorts. You know,
Well
really,
done.
Really
You've
nice
got to
net.
have £10 there. That's a cracking weight of fish and just shows what a great venue it is.
Fantastic.
Well done, Tone. I'm going to leave you
Okay.
and I'm going to go and have a quick look at the rig I was using on the peg below, all right?
Yep. Okay,
Thanks,
I'll put
mate.
these back. Thank you.
The river's really low and clear at the moment, so there's not a lot of pace. And I just fished a bit different to Tone. On this peg here, I've got a bit of flow close in. So I went for a light stick float approach. On my 13-foot number 2 rod, I've got a CS10 3000 reel with, that's the £3 float mono. And my stick float I was using was one of these very light sort of pin sticks. This is a stick float I've been using a lot this year. John Bull makes them up in the northeast. A really nice float when you're fishing. Quite light finesse tactics, fishing on the drop. And the way I shotted that was I just had number 9s equally spaced out. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 number 9s and a number 10. And like Tony, a nice long hook length, and I was using the same 0.083mm premium mono and a size 20. That's the red finesse Drennan hook. I won't get my fish out, but I've had about £7 of fish, nice roach and dace, and really enjoyable. Basically fishing with single maggot on the hook.